It's imperative that I get out of Britain now. Tonight.
Tonight?
1, maybe 2 years at least, until this whole thing is blown over and is forgotten.
Till what's blown over and forgotten?
Don't you ever read the papers?
Look, there's the head.
Yeah, it's marvellous, isn't it?
Fantastic. And the hand, look, the fingers are moving.
Yeah,
Oh.
you know, I've said this before, but I'll say it again. I mean, the miracle of life, it's a miracle, isn't it?
Thanks a lot.
Okay. Hey, have a nice holiday.
Saudi Arabia!
Hear me! Hear me! Good men of Christian virtue. These are distressing times for Spain. But these Moors, these barbaric invaders, will be driven from our land by chivalrous deeds and the sword of God. Who fights with me?
Hang on. Who are you anyway?
I am El Cid. And my pledge is to rid Spain.
What's the L stand for then? El Cid. What's the L stand for then?
It's not L, it's L-E-L. Once again shall Spain rise.
Hang on about. What's the E stand for then?
It's not E-L, Cid. It's L, Cid. My first name is L. Right?
Right.
Once again shall Spain...
Well, what's the Cid short for then? Sydney, is it?
It's not short for anything. It's just Cid. C-I-D.
You with the police then, are you?
Listen to me. What?
Well, I only asked.
Listen here, you interfering pillock. I don't know who you are, but
Well, as it happens, I am El Rodriguez.
And what does the L stand for?
Leper.
That was this old Sarge up a tree. You still here then, Sunshine? I thought you'd be long gone by now.
Yeah, I just wanted to have a word, you know, about...
About what? Let's see if some more of your villain makes you want to grass up.
No, it's not that. I just wanted to...
Well, what's your problem then? I mean, you've helped us, and in return, we've given you a new and inconspicuous identity.
Yeah, well, it's my new identity I want to talk to you about, innit?
Oh, yeah. What's wrong with that then?
Well, it's my new name for a start. Ivor Biggin.
Sorry, I don't follow you, Ivor.
Ivor Biggin, with a name like that, I'm going to stick out a mile, aren't I?
Rubbish. I know thousands of people called Ivor Biggin.
Well, name one.
All right. Ivor Biggin. Look, I suggest you go home, lay low for a
Yeah,
couple
that's
of
another thing I want to talk to you about, my new address.
Your new secret address.
Yeah, well, it won't stay secret very long, will it? Look at it. 2 Knackers Court. Tie 'em in knots. Where the hell's that, anyway?
Just off Titty Bottom Drive, isn't it?
Look, it's just a big laugh for you, isn't it? At my expense. Well, I want a new name, a new identity. You promised me a new job.
You got a new job.
Oh, yeah, thanks a lot. Ivor Biggin, self-employed tool fitter.
You got a new passport?
Yeah.
Always go abroad, can you?
I'd get a long way with a passport like this, wouldn't I?
Like what?
Like this! Look, I've had enough. I want a totally new name, new identity, everything.
Yeah, all right. Let's have a look finally. Right, and new names. What about Willie Warmer.
Oh, come on.
After hemorrhoids? That'd suit you down to the ground. Now, there's a good one. Giles Brandreth.
You're just taking a piss out of me, aren't you? I don't want your new name. I'll stick to the name I was born with.
You do that, and they'll get you in a week, you dickhead.
What's wrong with being called Hugh Dickhead? Oh, dear, on there giggling. I don't like giggling.
I don't like any Italians.
Hi. Like a lot of people in London, I sold my basement flat in Peckham and moved up north and bought this place.
Good morning. You might find this property rather interesting.
At selling houses, we're the tops.
We're well situated near the station and the shops.
All young couples come lend an ear. We'll stuff you with a mortgage for 25 years.
So if you are an easy touch, then ring our number. Oh, 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 too much. Because we are sole agents, our sole agents for your property. We are sole agents, our Son and Sons are we.
Our Son and Sons, we handle your business.
We're barely legal, not quite bent. We do bugger all and charge you 2%.
So put your property in our hands. I'll tell you what we'll do for a couple of grand. Stick a photo in the window, then write some up. Then we just sit down for a couple of months on our big fat sole agents. Our sole agents for your property. We are sole agents. Our Son and Sons are we. Buying and selling your houses puts plenty of money in our trousers.
Estate agents may look morons,
but you don't find many who are poor ones.
We are sole agents, our sole agents for your property. We are sole agents, our Son and Sons are we. An Englishman's home is his castle, but we'll make you pay for it all. Sole agency.
While we have a moment, I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome an old friend of ours who's in the audience tonight, Mrs. Joyce Seymour. Hi, Joyce.
Hello there, Joyce. Well, let me tell you that Joyce has been a friend and neighbour of ours for, well, many years now.
Yeah.
And tonight we've invited her along specially, because it's a special occasion. It's Joyce's 70th birthday today.
Well done, Joyce.
Thank you. Thanks. Just on behalf of Norman and myself, we'd like to say...
What the hell are you doing here, Grandma?
This isn't a show for old fuddy-duddies like you. You should be at home watching Harry Seacombe's Highway with a cup of Bovril in your hand.
Yeah, you're a bloody nuisance, you are. We've seen you driving around in your orange Austin Allegro at 28 miles an hour, with your right-hand indicator going so that no other bugger can overtake you.
And just because you're an old-age pensioner, Grandma, doesn't mean you can park it sideways on a zebra crossing either.
That's right. And when you're not driving, what are you doing? You're pushing to the front of the bus queue, waving your free bus pass.
Yeah, look, I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I don't really want to be ageist about this. No, I don't wish to be ageist. Everybody has their place in society. Joyce has a place in society. After all, somebody's got to shop at the Co-op.
Joyce, we've got your number. We know that you're the sort of person who keeps a crocheted ballerina on a spare bog roll.
That's right, and you're always going on and on and on, right?
About your son, Michael, who's doing so well down in New Zealand.
Well, ask yourself this. Why did he go to New Zealand in the first place?
Because he knows your free bus pass won't take you that far.
Right. So, Mrs. Joyce Seymour...
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Joyce.
Happy birthday to you.
Gambon's the name. Michael Gambon. I'm playing a character called Marlowe. fill it, Marlowe. Am I right? Or am I right?
Good morning, Mr. Marlowe.
Oh, my God. She's going to grease me again.
How's your greasing?
There's really no need for this every episode. It's just... I love it so much.
I'll just sit down your pyjama bottoms, shall I?
She's asking me. Oh, boy, what a part this is. Thank you, Dennis Potter. Thank you so much.
I'll be as gentle as I can.
Oh, it's so well written. He cares about words. Dennis Potter. He's marvellous. Greasing. Oh, what a word. So well chosen. This is the 15th take. I keep deliberately messing it up, so we have to do it again.
Oh, that looks painful. I'll rub that bit, shall I?
Oh, better start thinking of boring things. Arsenal. Arsenal. George Graham, Highbury, Arsenal, Arsenal. Oh.
I think I need a bit more grease.
Originally, when they asked me to play this part, I thought, do I really want to commit myself at this stage in my career to a long involvement in a television serial? And then I saw page 37, and I said, yes. It was a straight choice between this and the cherry orchard, so I said to Peter Hall, I said, is there any greasing in the cherry orchard? He said, no. I said, I'll do this then.
Ah, Mr. Marlowe, how are we today?
Well, actually, Doctor, I...
Here, in this typical northern row of back-to-back houses, it's astonishing to learn that 1 in every 10 still don't have an indoor lavatory. Just how do they cope, one wonders? Perhaps that's a question we will be answered.
Being of sound mind and in the presence of witnesses, I hereby bequeath my estate as follows. To my nephew, Ralph, the most bone-idle, lentitudinous toad I've ever had the painful displeasure to know. I leave my yacht, the one I used to play with in the bar. To my brother-in-law, Sidney, who, in my opinion, would feel more at home living with diseased rats in the crumbling sewers of Buenos Aires, and who never returned the tin of green paint I lent him. I leave nothing. To my niece, Winifred, who provided me with abundant personal comfort on that traumatic day when she fell under a train, and caused me sizable distress when she survived. I leave a tin of green paint, the one her Uncle Sidney still owes me. To my brother, Ronald, who frittered, nay, squandered every penny he managed to scrounge on cheap alcohol, loose women, and K-Tel records. I leave the contents of my safe deposit box, the pass key of which is hidden under a stone somewhere in Canada. To Mr. and Mrs. Crabtree, my next-door neighbors, undoubtedly the most bigoted, class-conscious, right-wing Nazi racists that it's ever been my displeasure to know, I leave my house to a large family of Pakistanis. And finally, to my young wife, who, while we were married, slept with more men than an Eskimo's had fish suppers. I leave the remainder of my estate on the condition that within 1 week of this reading, she woos and eventually marries the Ayatollah Khomeini. Failing this condition, the entire estate goes to the man who has helped me more than any other person in my life. My solicitor. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go, here we go, here we go. No, we don't, no, we don't.
Margaret Thatcher, probably the best-loved woman in Britain. British Rail, probably the most efficient organisation in Europe. Rotherham United, probably the most talented soccer team in the Northern Hemisphere. Carlsberg, probably the best lager in the world.
Hello, Billy.
Hello, Johnny.
Hello, everyone. Today, I've bought a present for Billy's birthday. It's called a birthday present. I wonder if Billy can guess what it is.
Is it a pet? Is it a cake? I know. It's a ball.
No, it's a cut glass crystal wine decanter.
It's my turn to play the guessing game now. See if you can guess what I am. That's right. I'm Gareth Hunt in a coffee commercial. And that means you're right first time as well.
It's my turn to play the guessing game now. I wonder if you can guess what I am.
I know. You're a monkey.
No. I'm a man who's caught himself in his zip.
We know a song about that, don't we? Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay!
We've got to go now. It's time to go to Billy's birthday party. When it's your birthday, you can have a special treat. Hurrah! I wonder what Billy would like for his special treat.
I'd like some ice cream, and I'd like some cream cakes, and I'd like some trifle, and I'd like your wife, Jenny, to rub it into my naked body.
Well, that's... Come on, Billy.
Oh, and don't forget the jelly. Jelly on my belly makes Billy go all silly.
Bye-bye. Here, you don't know this, but Ronnie, I used to spar with Lloyd Hannigan.
No, I went to Spa with Frank Bruno. I went to Safeways with Lloyd Hannigan.
Barry? Barry! Phil! Ah, long time no see.
Yeah.
I haven't seen you since college. Must be about 10 years now.
That's right, yeah.
How you doing then? Still young, free, single, pulling the women?
Oh, yeah, yeah. No. Actually, I'm married.
You married?
Yeah. But, I mean, hasn't sort of impaired my style in any way, no, yeah. 4 kids and a mortgage hasn't stopped bonking Baz from putting it about.
Hey, who with?
Mostly the wife. So, So, still the wild man of rock and roll? Yeah. Still knocking them out with that heavy metal band? What's it called again?
Death Squad.
Death Squad, yeah.
No, we split up, actually, yeah. Well, I thought I wanted to develop more as an individual, not as a group.
Yeah. So what you doing now?
Working for British Telecom.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So. God, I never thought I'd see old headbanger Phil shopping down the supermarket.
Well, not exactly shopping, just getting a few things in for a bit of a wild party,
Yeah. Like aerial washing liquid and low-calorie orange squash. Pretty dangerous.
Yeah, so what are you doing in a place like this then, Barry, eh? Weren't you the man who said that supermarkets were the gas chambers of the free spirit, I think? I recall you saying you'd rather hang yourself than stand in the same building as a Farley's Rusk, something like that?
Well, yeah, but, I just popped out for a few essentials. Just wandered in, yeah. Totally selfish, of course.
Super Tampax?
Yeah, well, I've given up cigars.
We're kidding, eh, mate? We've gone soft, you and me. Who'd think we'd end up in a place like this, eh? Headbanger Phil and bonking Baz.
You're right. We don't belong here.
Let's give it that to convention, eh?
Yeah, all right. Something that's really going to shock us. Yeah, right. OK. 1 tin of spaghetti rings. With additives.
Yeah!
My mate Zacky rolled the joint. E-I-E-I-O. And me and Zack, we smoked that joint. E-I-E-I-O. With a here and us, there, here, everywhere. My mate Zacky rolled the joint. E-I-E-I-O. My mate Jesse had some speed. And he gave me some Mogadon. E-I-E-I-O. With a here and a there, here, there, everywhere. My mate Jesse had some speed. Ooh. My mate Jez had LSD. E-I-P-Q-Z-W-X-S. And I gave Zack some LSD. Why, who, what, where, when? With a pink elephant over here. And hey, look in your ear. It's an 8-foot spider in scuba gear. My mate Zack had LSD. He had LSD. You get your razor out, you cut it fine, you roll your fiver up and you're ready for a line. You sniff it and you snort it and it makes you go, ooh! That's what it's all about. Okey dokey dokey. Okey dokey dokey. Okey dokey dokey. Then you're feeling fine, fine, fine. Time for breakfast, Frank Boff.
Say what you want about it, but
I think Sellafield's still a great place to live.